Hi, my name is Victoria, and I don't know, I'm starting this YouTube channel as, if I decide to post this, a way to reflect on things, to share a lot of what I have learned over the course of 8 years regarding health and mold toxicity and just health and general overall. And just, kind of using this as an outlet. Hopefully, it will educate, hopefully, it will encourage or be thought provoking. But this isn't going to be a fancy YouTube channel. I'm not going to be putting in at least for this kind of stuff, unnecessary effort to be visually capturing or audibly capturing with visuals and transitions and music. Sometimes I think it's nice for this kind of stuff to just have a normal, real life pace. I think that we get really caught up in the scrolling, the scrolling through social media like Instagram and Reels that it really just takes away our ability to be able to have an attention span. But a little bit about me. I said I'm Victoria, and I have had a background in personal training for a decade. I am getting certified to become a health practitioner for a litany of reasons. And one of them is that I faced mystery illnesses that ended up being because of mold toxicity for about 8 years just the last 8 years from 2015 to, I think it was 2023, 24, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm not doing the math, but, and it wasn't just me that had those dealings. It was my firstborn too, and we're on a health journey for him too. And, I find myself to be a rather pensive person that has a lot to share that I want to share. And so I feel like this is a way for me to do that. So I guess, the first musing that I have, and this channel isn't going to be like all about mold, all about health. It's just going to be thoughts, like just thoughts that make me think, that I think conversations for people to have if they desire to. It's good to talk about certain things, like, I guess what inspired me to do this, even though I've been wanting to do it for a while, but like I started today, was because I was thinking about, I don't know, I guess the inability to truly disconnect. I think so many of us, including myself, struggle with that our attention spans are fried, our mental health can teeter-totter, our inability to just connect with the sounds of the birds, to not have or feel the need to have background music playing or the earbuds in or a podcast going or a book in hand, like just to sit still. My mom came over, I don't know, it was like a week ago, and she offered to take the kids off of my hands for the rest of the day, and I took her up on it. I was mentally not doing well, just with my mind being so delved into research for my child and my firstborn. And I wasn't giving my mind the chance to breathe. And frankly, I haven't really given my mind the chance to breathe for the last probably 4.5, 5 years. My son is not that age. Doesn't matter, younger, but I took my mom up on that offer, and she told me, she goes, you just need to get off your phone. Like, you need to just not think and just let your mind rest. And it wasn't the first time that she had said that, but for whatever reason, even though every time she's mentioned it, I knew in my heart that there was truth to that. I really took it to heart that time. And so she took the kids, and I went outside, and I hadn't been sleeping well at all. I had been struggling with some serious insomnia. It's all related, And I decided I was going to go outside. It was a beautiful day that day. And I put my phone on the coffee table outside. And I told myself, I'm not going to touch this. And the only time I'm going to touch it is if it's my mom calling, because it could be about the kids. So I put it face down, and I laid down on the couch, and I looked up at the sky, and there were those really fluffy clouds, the fluffy clouds that you can make shapes out of if you use your imagination. And so I smiled because I was hearing the birds, and immediately my nervous system was like, oh, I can breathe. This is God's wonderful creation. And so I tried to imagine shapes out of the clouds, and I realized it was taking a lot of effort because I hadn't been in touch with my creative side for quite a while. Far too long that I care to admit. Life has been really difficult. Really difficult, truly the last, like I said, 4.5, 5 years. And I was feeling the breeze, and I was trying to engage with my senses, and I thought, when's the last time that I really did this? And the first minute I was kind of doing this exercise with myself, I had finally felt how hard my heart was racing, and all the pent-up anxiety that I have had from just years of buildup, and not really taking moments for myself to truly just be, as scripture would say, Selah, rest. And so I told myself, keep pushing through. 5 minutes in, I was like, kind of itching for the phone, questioning questions about my son, things I could research, people I could get in touch with to help us on our journey. And then there was like teeter-tottering, right? Like, stop thinking about this, pay attention to the birds, look at the clouds, look at the grass, feel the breeze, So all those thoughts were kind of at war with each other. And then about 15 minutes in, my brain actually was able to just take a minute and really step back. And I reached 30 minutes, and I felt, I think, like real relaxation. And I thought I could stop here, but I'm going to keep going. And I told y'all that I was dealing with insomnia. So I let my eyes close, and I drifted off into a light sleep, but it was very restful and what I needed. And I woke up, and it was an hour. And for the last, 5 minutes, I just kept listening to the birds and looking at the sky. And I felt very refreshed. Highly recommend to anybody who has a hard time turning their brain off or is constantly glued to their phone or can't get enough of social media or whatever your deal is, to just put the noise aside and just listen to silence that could be filled with birds chirping or, something like that. And I thought, man, I need to do more of this. So I could have ended my hour there, but I decided I was going to sit in a chair and put my feet in the grass, what they call grounding. And I just was soaking up some sun, getting that vitamin D, and I melted even further. And I realized, life is never steady, right? Life throws curveballs at you. Life, you hope it's one way and it can be another. And the beautiful thing about it is that it's never always bad. It's also, unfortunately, never always good. But I find that no matter what season you're in right now, whether it's my life is fantastic, I have nothing to complain about, I have no worries, I'm just coasting, you can take a minute to reflect on times that were really hard for you so that you hold on to how good your life is and that time that you have, because we all know that good times don't always last, and that's just a harsh reality of what being alive is. You can hold on to that time and just, are you using it wisely? And in the same way, if you're in that season where you feel like your head is bobbing in and out of water, or maybe you unfortunately are completely underwater and you're trying your best to swim up to get some air, you can take time to find true pockets of rest instead of numbing your mind with the lives of others, with, oh, that person's home is so beautiful and they must never have any issues, and oh, they have all the money in the world, or oh, like whatever, fill in the blank, I think we humans see these little snippets of somebody's life that they choose to share on something that is as visually capturing as Instagram tries to make things to be, and forget that human being that is presenting themselves with the hair done, the makeup done, the beautiful background. And this is why I'm not doing the visual stuff, y'all, because it's just not real. It isn't real. But we forget that they're human too, and their life ebbs and flows from I'm coasting to my head is bobbing in and out of water to I'm really underwater. And anyway, like if you're in that season, bobbing in and out, or really feel like you're held down, are you finding pockets of rest instead of scrolling mindlessly, numbing your thoughts, not really leaning into what you are feeling and sorting through that and taking moments to be introspective? And are you using that time wisely too? Honestly, it all just boils down to time. And as I've gotten older and I've had kids who have shown me how beautiful life really is and how finite time really is, like my son, my firstborn, is already as big as he is. My secondborn is already as big as she is. Like, hold on a second. You get more contemplative about how you are spending your time. Are you using it wisely, no matter what season of life you're in? Are you taking pockets of rest, no matter what season of life you're in? Or are you allowing yourself to be consumed with things that really aren't reality? And so anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, but that's just a musing of today, I guess. If I had to boil it down, is I don't really know. I guess take away from it what you will. But these are words that came to my mind as soon as I turned the camera on. And these are the words that are going, like, this is just how it is, you know? These are my thoughts. And I could go in deeper, but for the sake of time, I won't. But yeah, just, are you resting? Are you using your time wisely? Are you being mindful to what is reality and what isn't? And don't be discouraged, you know? If you are feeling like you are so down in the deep sea, or you feel like you're seeing the shoreline and you're almost there that you can catch a break, or you're on coast mode, like, you know, I think you can take little moments every day to find the silver lining, every day to find the encouragements, every day to find the glimmers of hope. And just get off your phone. Like, I know the irony of this exchange, but go connect with somebody that you really know in real life, and get off your phone, get off Pinterest, get off Instagram, get off TikTok, get off whatever it is the heck that you use. Go sit outside, don't put the earbuds in. I think as a human being, you have the capability to turn things around if you really wanted to, and change your perspective, most importantly, if you really wanted to. And I don't know what anyone is going through, just like vice versa, right, in depth, or at all. But yeah, I don't know. Time is so important and so finite, and rest is very much a valuable part of how you spend your time. It's necessary. And I hope that a lot about this modern world starts to take greater strides to learn how to actually disconnect and enjoy the one chance at this beautiful life that you get.